Guzman and I'm going to make a recitation video. First is food and safety hazard. What is a food safety hazard? A food safety hazard refers to any agent with the potential to cause adverse health consequence for consumers. Next, ways on how to handle the food. First step, clean. We need to clean our hands and equipment that will be used. Even the ingredients, we need to be washed well, and if using a canned goods, wipe it well before opening it so that the dirt does not enter the contents of the can. Next, step 2, separate. When you're going grocery shopping, you need to separate your purchases such as egg, raw meat, and if you are going to cut food, you need a chopping board for fresh and raw. Next step is cook. For example, if you are going to cook fried chicken, you have to make sure it is cooked well because there might be some blood left. You can use a thermometer to know if it is cooked or not. Step 4, chill. Freezing food is one of the easiest ways to preserve food, even though it's safe to keep in the freezer. And definitely that doesn't mean it will retain its quality forever. Next is chemical hazard. What is chemical hazards? Chemical hazards can occur at any point during storage, preparation, and service. When toxic chemicals used for pest control or for cleaning would have a contact with the food preparation equipment, and this equipment come into contact with food, the food may be contaminated by those chemicals. To prevent this, keep equipment that can be poison or harmful in the right place. Next is pan fry. To cook food quickly by cutting into small pieces and stirring constantly in a lightly oil wok or frying pan over high heat, a common method of Chinese cooking. Next is sautéing. Sautéing is a cooking technique. Sauté is a dry heat cooking method. Next topic is deep frying. Deep frying is also referred to as deep pot frying is a cooking method in which food submerged in hot pot or traditionally lard bath, today most commonly as opposed to the shallow oil use conventional frying pan. Next is stewing. Next is sautéing. Sautéing is a cooking technique. Sautéing is a cooking technique. Sautéing. Next is sautéing. sauteing. Sauteing is a cooking technique. Sauteing is a dry heat cooking method involves cooking a small amount of fat in a hot pan while tossing ingredients around. Next is baking. Baking process of cooking by dry heat especially and some kind of oven. It is probably the oldest cooking method. Bakery products which include bread, rolls, cookies, pies, and muffins are usually prepared from flour or meal derived from some form of grain. Next is grilling. Grilling involves cooking food on a rack over a heat source, usually a charcoal fire or ceramic gets heated by gas flames. Next is stone braising. Stone braising is cooking of meat or vegetable by heating them slowly with oil and moisture in a tightly sealed vessels. Braising differs from stewing in which the food is immersed in liquid and from cover roasting in which no liquid is added. Next is dry heat. Dry heat is a process where food is exposed to a source of light. Next is dry heat. Dry heat is a process where food is exposed to a source of high heat, either from below or above, like usually an even this form of heat brings food to a much higher temperature than cooking. With wet heat, it also gives a brown crust or surface which adds flavor. Next is poaching. Poaching is a cooking technique that involves heating food submerged in a liquid such as water, milk, stock, or wine. Poaching is differentiate from the other moist heat cooking methods such as simmering and boiling in that uses a relatively lower temperature. Next is steaming. Steaming is a method of cooking that requires moist heat. For example, steamed crab, steamed pork, spare ribs, steamed chicken. Rice can be steamed too. Although in Chinese cooking, this is simply referred to as cooking rather than steaming. Is immersed in liquid and from cover roasting in which no liquid is added. Next is dry heat. Dry heat is a process where food is exposed to a source of light. Next is dry heat. Dry heat is the process where food is exposed to a source of high heat, either from below or above, like usually an even this form of heat brings food to a much higher temperature than cooking. With wet heat, it also gives a brown crust or surface which adds flavor. Next is poaching. Poaching is a cooking technique that involves heating food submerged in a liquid such as water, milk, stock, or wine. Poaching is differentiate from the other moist heat cooking methods such as simmering and boiling in that uses a relatively lower temperature. Next is steaming. Steaming is a method of cooking that requires moist heat. For example, steamed crab and muffins are usually prepared from flour or meal derived from some form of grain. Next is grilling. Grilling involves cooking food on a rack over a heat source, usually a charcoal fire or ceramic gets heated by gas flames. Next is stone braising. Stone braising is cooking up meat or vegetable by heating them slowly with oil and moisture in a tightly sealed vessels. Braising differs from stewing and which the food. Next is sautéing. Sautéing is a cooking technique. Sautéing is a dry heat cooking method which involves cooking a small amount of fat in a hot pan while tossing ingredients around. Next is baking. Baking process of cooking by dry heat especially and some kind of oven. It is probably the oldest cooking method. Bakery products which include bread. Next is bechamel. What is bechamel? Bechamel is comprised of butter and flour that have been cooked together, a mixture that's also known as arrow and milk with just a bit of seasoning. The result is a silky cream sauce that can be used either on its own or based for countless other sauce. And that's all, and thank you. Next is bouquet garni. What is bouquet garni? A classic herb mixture used to make soup stock, and the herbs is bundled and tied, then cooked together with the other ingredients, adding herbaceous fragrance to whatever's cooking. Next is roux. Roux is a mixture of equal parts flour and fat cooked together over low to the medium heat to create a unique risotto. What is risotto? Risotto is a small pastry obtained in